Koreans can get into more countries than Americans can. Visa-free. So the thing is, passport visa-free entry. 안녕하세요, 저는 영국에서 에리사가 합니다. Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Then to actually move there, it is really strict. If you, back in the day, if you were European, you could live in the UK quite easily, but now it's really, really strict. They don't put as many restrictions as you think. Like traveling is actually quite easy for like Koreans, especially, for example. Koreans, you know, they have one of the most powerful passports in the world, but it depends which country you come from. Powerful passport. Oh, is it only in England? So there's like a limit of how much liquid you can bring because of terrorism and that kind of thing. In the UK and other countries, Korea is not much, but Korea is more worried about people bringing drugs into the country. But abroad, we're really afraid of terrorism and attacks and all that kind of thing. So they limit the amount of liquid you can bring so someone can't make a bomb and explode it in the middle of the airport. There's a limit of 100 ml liquids and you have to be in a plastic bag. And I think the plastic bag in itself is like 2 liters or something. But you have to separate the liquids into small containers. And you can't bring water, you can't bring that kind of thing either. The X-ray, it was really lax. I remember there being a doggy for drugs. I really wanted to pet it, but then they might do that. Anyway, maybe because I'm English, I think it depends which country you come from too in Korea. When I came, there wasn't. I guess it's like the day I came, maybe the time I came. Okay, when COVID queues were huge because you had to like do the whole thing. So I actually had the COVID queue twice. My first time was a bit confusing, but the second time I was a pro. I was just like, yeah, self-quarantining app and like confirming the temperature, and if you have a temperature you get tested inside, like in the airport. It's really mad. Yeah, you're the guy. Yeah, no, American immigration is known for being one of the strictest in the world. It's just how many people want to actually move to America. But it also depends which country you're coming from.
Satisfied because the question was too long.
Did he? Oh my god.
I live in Korea. Why do you live in Korea?
Why do you live in Korea? I'm a drug dealer. What do you think I live in Korea? I work. I don't know, you study, you work. The thing is, I'm quite lucky because I do have a really powerful passport. Even if it doesn't give you visa-free access everywhere, it's a very respected passport. So people wouldn't really assume that I'll be trying to leave the UK or do something illegal. So I don't have this problem, but I guess like if you have some other passports, like I remember when in Korea, there was some girls coming from Daegu during Corona and they got questioned really badly. I actually came to Korea my first time. I had to self-quarantine in the government facility. The lady was just kind of like, you know, you have to self-quarantine, right? And I was like, yeah, and she still allowed me in. When in theory, like, you know, it was actually really difficult to get in the country back in the day, back then when I came. The first time.
진짜 재밌는 게 저희가 지금 필리핀을 다녀오는데 필리핀 입국할 때 이 미국인인 이 친구한테는 엄청 빡세게 물어봤대요. 한국인인 저희 같은 경우에는 진짜 쉽게 프리패스 하듯이 들어갔었는데.
Yeah, no, because even the Americans when we go to the Philippines, the guy actually was questioned more than the Korean guy, right? No, but it makes sense because Americans are known for having done bad stuff in the Philippines. So a lot of like these Americans, they used to go to the Philippines and do like horrible stuff. Koreans can get into more countries than Americans can. Visa free, but then everybody, it's just America sees its passport as the most powerful. Well, the thing is, Korea is just, they're really well behaved. Koreans haven't gone abroad and really caused any disasters. It's also, the thing is, passport visa free entry is actually a really huge sign of diplomatic power. And the thing is, Korea doesn't fight with anybody. Korea is not in conflict with anybody too. So the reason Korea also has visa free entry to a lot of places is because of that. Yeah, that's almost every single country in the world. Oh my god, oh no, the UK is underneath the United States. Ew. No, is it the same? 187, 187? Yeah! No, Korea has really, really powerful passport. And right now, there are a few countries which you can't still get in because of Corona. But you know, the Corona situation just messed that up. And I hope you guys find this video educational and you travel after Corona's over.
한국말 안내가 나오는 게 진짜 대단한 거야.
Well, the thing is, that's one thing that airports do. If there's a lot of flights to a country, and there are a lot of people, they know there are a lot of people from that country there, they would do the 방송 in that language. So if they have like 7 flights due to Korea, they know that, you know, there are going to be a lot of Koreans. So they have, in the airport, they have people that speak a lot of different languages. And Korean is actually one of them. Because Korea is so safe, they don't understand sometimes that abroad is really dangerous. And they're just like comfortably like, you know, their bag is over there. It's gone. If you do that, it's gone. So it's actually quite good that they actually be like reminding Koreans to actually take care of their luggage. Because otherwise they would lose it. And I have a lot of Korean friends who got robbed abroad on their trips. Because it's just like they don't fear they'll lose anything, if that makes sense. Especially if Korean. You know, sometimes I had a friend who was just like holding his phone like this. Your phone is gone, for sure.
얼마 전부터 영국에서 항공 여권을 가지고 있으면 우리에게 파스트 트랙을 할 수가 있어요. 그래서 그냥 지문만 인식하고 도장 안 받고 바로 나갈 수가 있습니다. 영국 이미그레이션 빠져나오는데 문제 1도 없었어요.
And the thing is, Korea does the same to the UK. So it's like, it's also that diplomatic relations. So for example, even during Corona, Korea blocked a lot of countries from coming to Korea. You need the visa, and they didn't block the UK. So even my dad, he came to Korea without a visa because I was here. Like, he could quarantine at my place, but he could come to Korea without a visa because he's English. They just have really good international relations with these countries. Because Korea is just a really powerful country. Guys, Korea is not a small country. It's not a developing nation. It's one of the top 10 countries in the world, you know, financially, and it's like 7th position, I think, GDP-wise. And it's not small. It's big, very powerful. You guys should be getting these kind of priorities. You guys are on the same level as the UK. Koreans have never caused trouble, and the thing is, Koreans are wealthy. People that they're trying to stop from coming to the UK, people that are pose a risk to the UK. You're not really getting like terrorists from Korea. Have you ever heard of a Korean terrorist? Exactly. There's not a lot of illegal people staying in the UK because Koreans tend to follow the rules really well, so they don't fear that either. So there's no reason really, even socially, to stop Koreans from being able to enter the country quite easily. Korea's passport, thank you for Koreans for being well behaved and being a very wealthy country, is one of the most powerful in the world. I don't think there's any country that really has a negative image of Korea. Korea has a really, really powerful passport. And I guess this is what I talked about today. I'm quite proud of myself for knowing this much. This might have not been the most fun video I've ever watched, but I hope it was the least educational. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and write in the comments your opinion on passports and if you have had different experiences in airports. And see you next time. Bye!